Welcome, my beautiful souls, and welcome back to the Rambling Psychic Podcast. Um, okay, so we are picking back up on learning the major arcanas in the tarot. So we have covered the Fool, which is the first card, 0, the Magician, which is a number 1, really the Fool's greatest mentor, the High Priestess, number 2. And now we're going to talk about the Empress, who has a number 3 attached to her. So, what the Empress card looks like and what it means. Imagine a queen, not just any queen, a very fertile, kind, and luxurious one. She's sitting on a fancy chair in a beautiful green garden surrounded by trees, a flowing river, and lots of growing plants. She might have a crown of stars, fancy stick, which is really called a scepter, and a shield with a symbol that looks like the planet Venus. So essentially, she represents Mother Earth energy. Think of her as the ultimate nurturing mom or Mother Nature. She's all about growth, life, and making things happen. Creativity and new beginnings. This card is a big sign that new ideas, projects, or even a baby might be on the way. It's about bringing things into existence. Many of you who follow my channel have seen the Empress in a lot of different decks. And what am I thinking? I'm thinking the Crystal Vision, I think, where there's an actual apple getting ready to hit her in the head. And to me, that's about an epiphany she's about to have. Um, so, we talk about the Empress all the time in our readings. But I always feel like it's a great thing to see the Empress in your reading. All right, so abundance and enjoyment. She means good times, plenty of everything you need, and enjoying the good things in life, like delicious food, beautiful surroundings, and feeling truly comfortable. She is beauty and love. She's connected to love, sensuality, and appreciates beauty. It's about feeling good about yourself and your surroundings. So let's talk about the Empress showing up in a reading in the upright. When you see the Empress card in the upright, it's generally a very positive sign. It means you're in a creative flow, ideas are popping, and you're ready to make things happen. Can mean things are growing, whether it's a project, your money, or a relationship. Expect positive growth. It's time to nurture. Take care of yourself and others. Be kind and supportive. It's also a sign that abundance is coming. You might see more money, success, or just a feeling of having plenty. It's also about enjoying life's pleasures. Go ahead and treat yourself a little. Connect with nature and appreciate beauty. It's all around us. In relationships, it can mean a new love, a stronger bond, or again, even pregnancy. I always say if you're someone who doesn't want to get pregnant and you see the Empress, consider that. But let's talk about if the Empress comes out reversed. If the Empress card appears upside down, or in reverse, it suggests some challenges or blockages that relate to usually her positive energy. So it can certainly talk about a creative block, feeling stuck and unable to come up with like new ideas or getting projects going. Neglect, not taking care of yourself, your relationships, or your responsibilities. You might feel drained. You could certainly feel unattractive or insecure doubting your own worth or beauty. Can also mean being too materialistic, focusing too much on money or possessions, or being wasteful. It can mean problems at home, issues with family, or your living situation. And I'd say last but not least, it can just feel like it's not enough. There's not enough, a feeling of lack of something, whether it's love, money, or support. When she's reversed, it's a nudge to rethink how you're nurturing yourself and your life. Are you giving enough or are you holding back? Are you appreciating what you have or are you focused more on what's missing? So, where did this card come from? The Empress card has been around, well, for a long, long time, actually since the 1400s. Back then, tarot cards were mainly for games, and she just represented an actual queen. Geez, I know the queens too. I just forgot. Over time, as people started using tarot for reading fortunes and self-discovery, she became much more symbolic of Mother Nature, creation, and all the nurturing, beautiful aspects of life. The version most people know today, with the lush gardens and Venus as symbol, were really made more popular in the early 1900s. So, in a nutshell, the Empress at its core, the Empress is all about creation, nurturing, and abundance. Think of her as the ultimate provider and the force that brings things to life, whether it's a new idea, a project, or even a literal new life. She encourages us to embrace our senses, enjoy beauty, and connect with the natural world around us, which she appears often, or when she appears often, it's a sign that things are growing, thriving, and that you have everything you need to create whatever you desire. You know, it's interesting because I did a podcast yesterday just thanking you all and really pointing out the growth that you have all had, you know, from when I started on, well, I'm based out of YouTube. So when I started on YouTube, though I've been reading tarot much longer than that, um, but we get her often. And I do feel it's mainly because of your own growth. So again, be proud of yourselves. Now, something I want to do is I just took a random book from some tarot decks that I had, and I just want to give you who is this? Uh, Valentine. I just want to give what they write about the Empress. So this is a call to action. You have shown faith in your dreams, acquired the skills needed to obtain them. Now it's time to step into the world and accomplish great things. If you show determination and devotion to your plans, you will be rewarded with abundance and prosperity. Seeds planted now will grow and provide a wonderful harvest. You know, it's interesting. I talk about that a lot. Like, we have to remember, you know, Empress aside right now, we have to remember that the seeds we plant today will be our harvest in the fall. So we want to plant those seeds. Um, okay, so career opportunities should be pursued with confidence. This card can also reflect a great love of um, home, questions regarding motherhood, children, or even creative endeavors are often indicated. There may be a desire to surround oneself with beautiful and luxurious things, or a budding interest in becoming an artist. She is the most creative one. So they actually have an angel message. So I'm going to read it to you. We are watching you with immense pride and love. Have no fear, for we are helping you every step of the way. That is an angel message. And I'm just going to read one more. And this is the trivia tarot, which I used to use all the time, and they kind of got pushed back. I might bring back out. So let's see what they say about it. Upright. She's the archetype of Mother Earth and a reminder to ground yourself, connect to nature, and realize that you're a part of it. Beauty and abundance are all around you, and you are feeling very sensual, and people are naturally drawn to you. Treat yourself and experience pleasure through the body and soul. Life is meant to be enjoyed, and now is the right time to experience it. So they have an affirmation. I am expressing myself creatively and enjoying all the pleasures life has to offer. They do have a reverse, so let's read that. It's time to focus on yourself and make self care a priority. You might be too dependent on others, so it's a good time to remember that all the resources for you to be happy are already within you. You are too critical of yourself and should replace negative emotions with self love. Only when you're kind to yourself can you be good to others. Focus on your own needs. And the affirmation for that, I am prioritizing self love, knowing that doesn't make me selfish. Knowing that doesn't make me selfish. So I wanted to get just a couple different viewpoints for you. But we get the Empress all the time. And, you know, I just feel like many of you naturally just carry the Empress's energy. So this is our Empress. We now know who our Empress is. But I still want you to keep your mind open because, the way I read, which is intuitively or psychically, is connecting to my guides. So um, sometimes they'll give me more information on what the Empress means. And of course, depending on what comes around it, not to confuse you. But anyway, so I just wanted to talk about the Empress. And the next podcast for the major arcanas will be the Emperor. I love it when we see the Empress and the Emperor in a reading together, especially if it's talking about love. Or even really, I feel like they make fantastic collaborators. I feel like they could build a business together. And you want to talk about seeing luxury if that's what they want. Um, but I often don't feel like that's the Empress's ultimate goal. I feel like her ultimate goal is really creating, but nurturing and helping others, you know. So, anyways, I'll let that be. I will see you all next time when we talk about the Emperor. I love you guys. Thank you. Bye bye.